So, let's invite DJ Flubbel to the stage. Thank you very much. Give him a hand, please. Can we have another microphone? That would be wonderful. Thank you. It's hiding.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Are we on? Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's wonderful to have you here.
Thank you.
All the way from the Netherlands.
Yes, it was a long drive for me.
Yeah, it is. Is this your first time at Christian Artists?
Actually, it is. Yes, I even never heard of it before, but I'm glad to came here. It's really a nice gathering and a lot of inspirational people. I already spoke. So.
Yes. Oh, fantastic! Oh, well, welcome as a first timer. So you're known as a Christian DJ and producer. How did this journey begin for you?
Well, it started, I think, about 15 or 20 years ago at school, just the music lessons that I first even got to know about producing music. And after that, I kind of did it as a hobby. But now, I guess 10 years ago, I started to go more professional. Even it is actually still a hobby, if I be honest. But still, I think it's as professional as I can get it. And I decided to go into the Christian electronic dance music.
Okay, and so could you tell us about some of the projects that you've done so far?
Yeah, well, my first track was called Your Mercy Is Enough. And I made that track after a discussion I had with a conservative Christian who was really against electronic music. I know it's a controversial genre. Not everybody likes electronic music or even says it's okay. But for me, it was like making a statement that you can combine the Christian faith and electronic music perfectly in one piece of art. So that's how it started. And lately, I did 3 albums and 2 EPs. So it's going quite well, I guess. Yeah.
That's wonderful. And you work mainly from home, is that right? From a home studio. So how do you collaborate with other artists and musicians?
Yeah, well, what I try to do is to collaborate with as much as people as possible, because first of all, it's really inspiring to combine strength, and also I think you can really reach another level when you work with someone else who can learn your stuff. And what I do is I use social media to get connected. And for example, my second album was done with a guy from America. And we actually even met after the project. So we did the whole album using Facebook, using Skype, FaceTime. And we did a lot of emailing and texting. And in the end, years even later, we finally met in person in real life. So yeah, it's really cool to work with people all abroad. Yeah.
A total online community, which is a kind of different way of working, but good. Wonderful. Now, do you do this full time? Is this your living? Do you earn an income through this?
Yeah. Well, unfortunately not. I try to make some money off it, but it's a hard work, and I think you all know that especially the Christian scene is quite hard to reach enough people to get the money going on. So I've got another job, and for me that other job is also really important. So somehow, because of that other job, I'm so blessed financially as well that I can commit my music more into the evangelical side, so really spreading the message of Christ, and of course having fun during the process.
Okay, so can you reveal what that other job is?
Oh yes, I'm a psychiatrist, so I'm a medical doctor, and it's sometimes a struggle to combine those two, of course, because at one moment I'm really serious, or most of the time, and the other moment I'm at stage shouting and yelling, and you got your time as well. It's hard to manage, but yeah, it's a nice way to combine those two.
Yeah. I bet there aren't many people like you around. It's quite
Not
scary.
sure.
A psychiatrist DJ. Oh my goodness.
I can look into your eyes. Well, there are some other doctors as well. I think as long as you're creative in person, and I think we all are who are here, at least all people I saw until now. I think when you got creativity and you can do whatever you want, and I think you can really reach a high level of professionalism.
That's fantastic. Now you started to allude to some challenges. What are the life balance challenges for you?
Well, I think my main challenge is time management. Because of my job, it's quite a serious job, but also my will to keep producing, to keep performing. That's a hard balance. Even harder now. I've got a girl of 1 year old, so yeah, I think that's when the management really comes in.
Yes.
To keep your priorities and still use as much time as possible doing stuff and arranging stuff.
Okay, that's great, and a challenge as well. Like
Yes.
you say. So, are there any other? There's some advice there that you've given already, but do you have any other advice for people who perhaps starting out in a similar creative area to you?
I think time management is really important to really keep yourself focused on what you want to achieve. And also, if you want to achieve something, really go for it. There will be people saying you can't do that. There will be people saying you shouldn't do that, it's hopeless. But you really have to stay focused and ignore all those negative voices. For me, for example, I've heard a lot and of course haters gonna hate. That's what's happened, especially in the Christian scene. Maybe especially in the Christian electronic dance scene. But you have to keep focused, keep working. And if you're really committed, you can reach more than you think. And I think when you're willing to learn, willing to invest, you will be able to reach a higher level and reach a bigger thing you maybe even imagined in the first place.
Thank you. And what are your hopes for the future for this art form, if we'll call it an art form, definitely. Yeah. What are your hopes for the dance music in the Christian scene?
Yeah. Well, the problem with the electronic dance in Holland mainly is that it's really a small, almost a niche. There aren't that many artists active. There are some artists that were active before, but they even quit. So I really hope it will grow. And I will hope it will reach more people. I still keep hearing people saying, is there something like Christian hardstyle or Christian dance music? I never heard of that. So I hope it really will reach more Christian people, and of course also the secular people as well, because I think the genre could use some more attention. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. And are there any other projects that you've got coming up that you would like us to know about?
Yeah, well, my latest EP was released a few weeks ago. Because what I mentioned before of my other job, I decided to go as a non-profit project for charity. So it's an EP, a Christian hardstyle EP, and the money goes to charity in third world countries providing drinking water. So that's my latest release. And what I try to do is also I made a video, I made the artwork, and there's some other advice you asked before. Yeah. It's really good to try to develop yourself not only in one specific part, but also in other parts. I do my own artwork, I do my own videos, I do my own PR, my own website. As long as you're willing to learn, you can learn all those stuff. And of course you would like to go as professional as possible, but that's also a learning curve. I think I didn't start with the artwork I have now, but it's something you could develop, and if you're willing. Yeah.
And if people want to connect with you and your music, what's the best way for them to do that? Would that be on online platforms or through website?
Yeah, I've got all kind of social media. What I try to focus mostly on is YouTube, because I would like to share the story with videos. And they can go for my website, flubbel.com, or any other way, or just speak with me somewhere here. I'm willing to tell you more.
Okay, and you're performing tonight, so we'll get a bit more of an idea of what you do.
Yes, I hope you guys will survive my music. I know it's hard. I decided to choose some more easy songs as well, but also my heart DJ Flubbel songs. So I hope to see you tonight for that. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. couple of questions. Are there any questions that anyone would like to ask? And have I got my lovely lady who runs around for me? Yes. So, a couple of questions. We've got time. Who'd like to ask?
There's a small Christian techno music scene in France. Like they play it at night, like from 10 till midnight. Do you connect with other radio stations in Europe? Because, like, anyway, I have the idea of making more nightclubs for Christians that are an alternative. And anyway, I don't know if they have this in Holland, but.
Yes, thank you for your question. I do have some cooperations going on with radio stations in Europe. I know there are some in Germany as well. In Switzerland, there are some artists doing stuff. To be honest, I didn't connect with someone from France yet, but maybe I'll meet them. And I know in America, the United States, it's a bit bigger. They've got like raves or clubs going on, and they even got churches that uses Christian electronic dance music during their service. So maybe one day in Holland we have that too, or in Europe.
You created a new genre. Did you have any opposition, any negative opinions? Did you have to fight as you created it or you started it?
Thank you. Yes. I've got. It's kind of. That's the sad part. Maybe I've got two opposites. First of all, the non-Christian. There are a lot of atheists that really somehow really hate the thing I'm doing. I accept that. I always try to share something of the love we got from God, but they're not really willing to hear that. So that's one part. The other part is from the Christian conservatives. They say all dance music is from the devil. They say it leads to drugs. I don't agree with that. I think it's like any other music genre. It's like a language, actually. You can share a story, you can share a message. So I think it can be good as well. Yeah.
Just a remark. I think that not the things and music is bad or good. We are bad or good.
I agree.
DJ Flubbel, thank you very much.
You're welcome.